Awesome.
Miracle Makers, we're with Dr. Timothy Huffman, a herbalist, a incredible naturopathic doctor and farmer. We're going to talk about his acronym HOPE and why the sprouts that you sprout for yourself, the microgreens and the plant medicine that you have available are so important for hope. Dr. Timothy, does the acronym HOPE stand for?
Thank you for asking, Dr. Sarah. HOPE is our acronym that we have on our sign for all the farmers markets and events that we do, and it stands for hormones, which the body needs and uses daily, oxygen, which we're lacking very much in, phytonutrients, which we can definitely always use more of, and enzymes, which can be activated by proper nutrition and exercise and breathing techniques and hugs and kisses, for instance, like we were saying before, cellularly, where it works on all levels. Thank you for asking.
That's so awesome. So hormones, oxygen, phytonutrients, and beautifully enzymes. And right, so we're bringing this in, and the hormones for men and women, that the vagal nerve that you spoke about, detoxifying the liver is probably the most important thing that any one of us can do. I mean, we've got our skin, our liver, we've got all of the different organs, our lungs, our kidneys,
right?
Right? And each of the phytonutrients that we bring in, each of the greens that you grow, I'd love for you to share from that perspective of the organs and of the things that you grow that can help with bringing that balance in.
You got it. Well, one of my favorite things that I have and I love to talk about is the broccoli sprouts and microgreens. The broccoli sprouts and microgreens, first of all, amazingly, contain twice the protein of beef. That's absolutely amazing without any of the negative side effects. It immediately assimilates to the body as quickly as you chew it. And speaking of the hormones, then that because our food is living, we cut it living fresh for you on the spot, so it's still activated with those hormones, with the oxygen. Oxygen level in Los Angeles, where I live, is 13% right now. So this doubles your oxygen level and intake levels of so many different magical elements that we have in our human. And on top of that, as you mentioned, and we mentioned, the phytonutrients, it's just going off the chart. Enzymes, oh boy, is it fun and exciting. I mean, Sarah, thank you.
Awesome. And so the hormones, that the way
right?
what are your particular concerns right now, whether environmentally, with the reset that we're having? What are your concerns? What organs are you particularly boosting? And I know the broccoli sprouts, right?
Right. Let me say more.
Right. If you could talk about the phytonutrients that are in broccoli sprouts.
Absolutely. I'll talk about that. Broccoli sprouts contain something called sulforaphane, which is a phase 2 enzyme activator. It's full of myrosinase and glucoraphanate, which is, a useful forms of isocyanate, including the sulforaphane. And the sulforaphane is activated when you chew on it, basically. So that immediately, turns you on, turns the human on, lets us feel these amazing vibrational frequencies, along with, again, if you're doing that on a walk, or if you're having a good day, I mean, it can increase any type of thing. Then we have it also in sulforaphane, which comes in the cabbage, and the cabbage is a thyroid stabilizer. It's amazing. Everything is in complete harmony in our human, and it's up to us to find out what harmonizes it, because we're a symphony. We're basically a beautiful orchestra playing off of ourselves mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, cellularly, and otherwise. And I could see it when I saw you yesterday in your eyes that you had tapped in, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. This isn't new medicine. This is ancient knowledge that we're using today. Me and you are discovering what they knew yesterday. Raw, electric, plant-based, organic superfoods for you, for everybody, to improve every single organ in your body. I have people come to me with erectile dysfunction. I have people come to me with memory loss. I have turned people's lives around mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and otherwise. I've got people from heavy weight loss to no weight loss. I've promoted so much detoxification in people's lives, boosting the brain health, helping create cancer-fighting compounds, supporting healthy heart function. And there's this other thing. You're gonna love it. The glutarapamine, or glutathione, is an NRF2 activator, promoting everything. So on top of that, it's good for weight loss, boosting liver function, as we were talking there. And something else is it's a slowly aging, activating heat shock proteins are released from these. So it's amazing. And we do this just by chewing on food, being human, giving our heart a little bit of activity, walking down the street every day, holding somebody's hand, getting that kiss, saying good things. We speak it into being too. How powerful are we? I know I'm powerful, and I know you're powerful, Dr. Sarah. What say you?
I say yes. I believe in the miracle frequency, and what say I? I say, what say you? Is that there is oneness. You are as strong as your spirituality, and when you know there is something greater than yourself, and when your hands are in the soil, which was so beautiful, to take this beautiful kit that you had with organic, rich soil, with the microbiomes, right? It's the soil,
Right?
living soil, and within that living soil, to take the action and the life force of water that has perfect memory, bringing those beautiful elements together, distilled water into the dirt, and then the seeds that the broccoli seeds that we pushed in and then sprayed again, and we've got it covered. We're letting the heat rise within this tray with the seed. What other seeds could I do like this? I saw, for example, yesterday I saw peas, green peas.
Right.
And I've often sprouted green peas as food, and chickpeas and the black beans, and like I will sprout them for 3 days and then eat them. And so I'd love to hear about the peas or the things that are in our cupboards, these beautiful beans, different things that might already be in our cabinet that we could sprout and plant into our dirt. And then what would the process be for green peas, for example?
Oh, thank you for asking. Green peas are a soaking process. Just for some people do it for a few hours, some people do it overnight. But you could take those peas out of your cupboard that you would make into pea soup, for instance, or go to the store and buy peas, or order them online, however you wish. But you could take a
So
number.
it would be dry green peas.
Correct.
Yeah.
We used the ones you saw that we had here yesterday were golden peas and green peas. So we do combinations and triples of everything. So, but yeah, the common one or the regular one that people can get right now, or that we sell on the market or sell at the farmers market, are the green peas. Correct.
So they would be dry. You can take your dry green peas, and then what's the next step?
Well, you take them and you soak them overnight, basically for 8 hours or so, and then you'd add them to we use soil for mineral reasons. Some people you don't have to use soil if you want to turn them just into sprouts. If you want to sprout them, you could put them in a jar, for instance, and rinse them, drain them, and let them sit overnight. And in the morning, you rinse them and drain them again. And for the next couple of days, you rinse and drain and do this thing where you never leave water sitting in there. And after 4 days, you'll start seeing all these little tails on all of the little peas. And then we plant them like that, or we plant them right after we soak them and let the tails come up by themselves. So we do it in many different ways. We like to see sometimes the results of what the sprouts can turn into. So we do sprouted microgreens as well. So everything comes from this energetic point, a point zero basically of life, just like us. What is our beginning? And so the seed is the beginning, and that's the most powerful form. So once that seed sprouts out the first tail, that's where all this energy is. And then the next level is the microgreen. And then we can talk about other things that are very beneficial for the brain, such as spirulinas, raw spirulinas, and so forth. They contain 52 trace minerals that aren't grown on Earth, only in the ocean. It's a very magical opportunity. But we're powerful, just like fungus and mushrooms. I mean, everything has a certain point of value to a human being because we come from mushrooms and we come from all these ideas of algae and what is our origin, and that's why we're called creation family farms, because we're creating every day off of all these incredible imaginations and ideas of how love can grow, for instance. So everything we grow, we imagine it. We see it growing, and then we imagine it with love growing, and then we grow it with love, and then we invite the people over, like Dr. Sarah, who loves it, and then the kids from the local school down the street that are what people might call handicapped, or that have a disability that I call gifted, and that get to learn the difference of what an orange is from the market and what an orange is from the tree, and what a strawberry is from the field, from what a strawberry is in their hand. We give them a hand-eye coordination to see, taste, smell, touch the whole experience of birth, and they walk away or roll away or skip away with the biggest, happiest smiles. And it's so rewarding. And the kids, on the other hand, oh boy, we've had tours of up to 80 kids here just roll through here and eat it up. They love earthworms like you wouldn't believe. And since we have a billion of them, I mean, yeah, we could talk about earthworms for days here, and we do. We're super soil enthusiasts. We love the soil we have here. We've added so much different stuff here. We've increased the mass of this place, or there's almost zero carbon footprint because of everything we've added.
That's so beautiful. And so I feel you've got crystals on the land, you're growing micro farming, as well as synchronizing the plants that would grow better together and amplify that. Right. So far, we've talked about sprouting micro greens, and in particular, the broccoli sprouts. We've talked about hormones and oxygen and phytonutrients and enzymes. We've talked about sprouting. If you've got green beans in your cabinet, dry green beans, the same process can be done for lentil beans and or any of the dry beans that you've got. And
flax, sesame seeds, people have, all those things in their cupboards, and they don't know, that they could be turned into food.
So flax seeds and quinoa can be sprouted. Anything. So flax seeds, quinoa. What are some of and sesame seeds? Right. We think of it as a nut, but dry sesame seed. What are the other things we might have in the cabinet that we can activate with water and then sprout and put into the earth and eat the greens off of, and have like, how long do those roots, like the green beans sprouted or the broccoli sprouts, how many times can I cut off the top?
I've heard people cut them off once, but there's people grow them and use them as plants and then them grow for months. I mean, you can keep growing them back if you want, but there is a intention of how many seeds we place in them to grow a certain amount of energy for you, the human, so you get this certain amount of broccoli in a milliliter dose. So for every 5 inches I plant, or every 20 by 10 tray, I plant a certain amount of broccoli seed that gives you, the human being, the opportunity to have a dose of 40 milliliters per area. So it's grown in a dense, unique way. We press down on them with love, and then up in a few days start coming all the sprouts, and then they turn into the greens, which we witnessed yesterday, and then it's salad time, or eating them raw right there on the time. Or if you freeze them, it doubles the cellular value in it, because it cracks the cell walls, and that's what you want to do to the broccoli sprouts. Basically, that's when all the magic happens. You start chewing it, and you break the cell walls. That's what things you want.
The cell walls. That's so beautiful to be able to break those, which it activates the enzymes and activates all of the right there enzymes, the components of releasing the oxygen and beginning the cascade that cleanses our body. So you said flaxseed, chickpeas.
Right.
Popcorn. Go ahead, say that again.
Popcorn.
Sprouting popcorn.
Yes, hemp.
So how do you hemp seeds that you could sprout? Popcorn, hemp seeds. What else?
Almost anything except for a few tree seeds can be planted. Even pine seeds. The whole entire pine tree is edible, for instance, and it's very, very medicinal. A couple of pine needles have hundreds, if not thousands, of times more vitamin C than an orange, without the side effects of sugar, and still getting incredible amounts of protein and fiber. Incredible, the fiber that sticks to the inside of your body that you want to be there, that helps fight against all the negative things that we live in this world against. This is all anti-cancer, antibacterial, anti-5G, anti-AI. This is how to be a human. This is what they were doing from Hippocrates. This is what John Hopkins discovered when he discovered how that broccoli sprouts are the #1 anti-cancer food he's ever researched in any food. And that's what topped it off for me. And that's what motivated me to do this more, for more people. You know, everybody needs this opportunity, and they don't need to be charged an arm and a leg to do it. That, you know, they can come by the farm. We work with people. You know, we could see if a person is well off or if they're bad off. And if they could pay the normal prices, then we'll charge them the normal prices. If they can't pay anything, we've given thousands and thousands of pounds of microgreens away. I mean, I boxed up so many things today that I, since I didn't sell at the farmer's market, it's my idea to like take them down to Skid Row, even during all this shit that's going on right now. Excuse my profanity. All this stuff that's going on right now. I want to be able to give everybody deserves the opportunity to eat good and powerful.
And beautiful. I want to start another section so we can have
Copy.
the next bit of wisdom.
Thank you.